Well, good morning and welcome to American Reversion. I am Steve Smith. How are you all today? Hope you're well. I have a question. Why are the feds involved in all of this? The situations in Texas, the mall shooting in Allen, Texas, and then that vehicular homicide situation down in Brownsville. We're going to talk about that because I have some questions. I'm sure you all do too. By the way, anybody, welcome to everyone who's watching both on YouTube and on Rumble. For the Rumble people who have joined us and discovered us over there, welcome. It's great to have you. And for anybody who's watching on YouTube, remember how they gave me that little timeout a couple of weeks ago. And so now everything that I put on the YouTube channel is also on Rumble, because I don't let one person hold me hostage if I say something that they don't like. More and more people are going over to Rumble. So whether you watch, wherever you watch, it's good to have you. But for those of you who are still on YouTube, realize if I disappear, go find us on Rumble. And it's American Reversion on Rumble. By the way, before we get into this, remember that this and all of our videos are brought to you by our sponsor, the Stonemont series, the complete guide to preparing for, surviving, and rebuilding after a total collapse of America. That is the Stonemont series, the reversion, the revival, the renewal, and appeal to heaven. The blessings of freedom, and the one that just came out and is blowing everything away, hostages to fortune. These are my books. You can get them either through Amazon. The link is down below at least it's down below on the YouTube. I'll see if I can figure out how to do it on Rumble. I'm still getting used to Rumble. So you can get them in paperback or Kindle and through Amazon in the link below, or you can get them directly from us at our website, stonemont.us. US, not .com, stonemont.us. You can just come on there and order them, and there's a place for you to let me know how you would like me to autograph your book. So you can do that through the website. You can't ask for autographed books through Amazon, but you can do that through the website. So great to have you all. You Stonemonters here too. That's what we call people who have read all the books. You know, when this first thing came out, this Allen, Texas situation, one of the first things that I noticed was immediately the reports were saying that, and that's the shooting at the mall. They were saying ATF is on the scene investigating, and I thought, why is ATF on the scene and investigating? Why? This is local police are perfectly capable of handling all these investigations. If they need more, they've got Texas Department of Public Safety and the Rangers and all that. Rangers got themselves in a little spot here recently. They, down at the Uvalde situation, the Rangers and DPS got a black eye. That's too bad. I hated to see that because they're fine organizations. I've worked with both of them, and I like those guys a lot. They are 100% capable folks. They could handle all this stuff. Now, the next thing that comes about is the thing in Brownsville, in which the whatever his name is. I haven't read his name yet. I don't know if they released his name. I'm not sure. Drove through that bunch of people at a bus stop. They're saying a bus stop close to a homeless shelter that specifically catered or was frequented by illegal aliens. Yes, we will say that here. Yes, we will use that term here. These aren't undocumented. These are illegal because they came into the country illegally. You see, that's what illegal means. So that car, and if you saw the video, boy, that is something. Looked purposeful to me. And all of a sudden, the first thing that I hear, in some of the first reports, FBI is investigating. What's the FBI investigating for? Why are they there at all? Okay, first off, there shouldn't be any federal criminal statutes. The criminal statutes are for the states. The fact that there are any federal criminal statutes, is just another indication of the vast and unconstitutional overreach of the federal government over the sovereignty of the states. So there's no reason for the Phoebes to be down there investigating. So why are they? Why were both of those there immediately? Now, what immediately springs to your mind? Well, they were just exceptionally ready, right? They responded like that. What great outfits that they're like that. Well, that's not exactly what sprang to my mind. My mind told me, that's fishy. I think that's rather odd that they were there so quickly. First off, and when you have a homicide situation, which should be handled as a homicide investigation in Allen, Texas, by the very capable local police and detectives. What are the feds doing there? They usually just screw things up, to be honest, and they'll lead it down their own road to get what they want out of it. Now, as I've said before, they have a great lab. The FBI has a great lab, and they're fairly snappy dressers. But the last few years, revelations of the FBI has only confirmed or introduced to many other people what I've been saying about that organization for a long time. And the same with ATF. So anyway, what I ask myself, as I'm sure you do too, why were they there immediately, and why were they mentioned immediately in the news reports that these organizations, they didn't say Allen Police Department is investigating. They said ATF is investigating. And down in Brownsville, they didn't say Brownsville PD and DPS or anybody. They said FBI. Okay, one or two things. First is that they somehow were ready for this. Now, how could they possibly be ready for this? I ask you, and you ask yourself. I think we both have the same ideas, right? I have to qualify some stuff because of YouTube. Okay, I wouldn't have to on Rumble, and I will be putting stuff on Rumble that I don't put on YouTube because I have a lot to say that YouTube doesn't like. But on this one, we'll stay YouTube friendly. The other one, the other idea is that the attitude of the media, certainly, and pretty much the populace, has morphed to the point to where they accept the fact that if anything happens, it's the feds who are going to jump in and handle things, right? Clear back when I was in the police academy in the early 1970s, well, even before then, before I was in the academy, when I was in college, there was the thought of, should a national police force be formed? And of course, that is, that is the antithesis to a Republican form of government and state sovereignty. And, those of us with half a brain cell still working, unanimously said absolutely not. But this has been being pushed since the late 60s. But the idea here has gotten to the point there where people are starting to accept this, that anything is a national issue. Anything. And that means anything is a federal issue. Now, up in the Allen situation, the shooting reports, and here again, is it the feds pushing this information, or is it the media growing this information, or is it both? And I have a tendency to think that it's both. They're immediately saying the FBI. First off, they were there at the guy's parents' house for an entire day. That's a long time. That is a long time. and yes, I've processed enough scenes to know. And they are investigating the possibility. I'm not sure if they said possibility. I don't know. They are investigating possible. How did they phrase it? Right-wing extremist. And one actually said white supremacist views. See, that's immediately where they go. Guns, white supremacy, right-wing extremism. Well, it turns out the guy's name is Mauricio. Is that it? Mauricio Garcia. Doesn't sound like a white supremacist to me. What do you think? Okay, but this is what they're shoveling at us. And the same thing down there. Well, I haven't heard that if they've released any information on the Brownsville situation, as far as suspect information. They're probably trying to put together. Well, it didn't work out exactly what we. I don't know. We have to decide who we want this guy to be and what we want his story to be. You know, many people on the Patreon channels. By the way, if you're not with us on Patreon, better get over there because that's where the really good stuff is. And if you're with us on YouTube, it's the link is down below. I'm gonna have to figure out how to put this on Rumble. So give me time on that. By the way, did I say it's great to have you all on Rumble? I can't believe how many people are joining us on Rumble. That is fantastic. So I had several people on the Patreon channel, both on American Reversion and Integrative Preparedness, say, yeah, this has all the markings of MK Ultra and other things. I might have gone too far with that. Did I go too far for our little YouTube censors? But yeah, hey, we've been thinking this for a long time, right? There's just too many of these. These are inexplicable. Now, there's always been crazy people. Gee, was that too much? There's always been crazy people, but not these things. These things are being grown and then directed. This is fifth generational warfare that we are involved in. And over on Integrated Preparedness, I'll talk more about how to prepare yourself to deal with that. This is more the political channel. So that's what we have. That's what we have. Why? That's the question. Why are the feds involved? Why? Ask yourself that. Leave your comment to share your thoughts with everybody else. And as we know, on YouTube, we have to kind of couch what we say. We have to be careful what we say. So I thank you all who comment on YouTube for doing that. On Rumble, we have a little more free space, don't we? So I will be really interested to hear what you all have to say. I'm sure there will be more coming. I'm sure that the feds will let us know what the deal is pretty soon. But until we hear more, and until next, I'm going to be making another one on this channel. Maybe here in a little bit, maybe not until tomorrow, and it's going to be about the failing of America. Is America failing? You're not going to want to miss that, because I will be covering something I covered a long time ago. I read off quite a few of the goals of the Communist Party of America as was set out in their Congress in 1954, 55, something like that. I'm going to go through that again. I'll talk a little bit about Yuri Bezmenov. For those of you who aren't familiar with him, you'll want to watch that, and I'll put that on the. He was a KGB defector that explained exactly how they were going to bring down America. I'll put that on an interview with him over on. I'm trying to think. That's why I'm looking out there. I'm thinking. Over on the American Reversion Patreon channel. Okay. But I'll be back with more of that either later today or tomorrow. Until then, keep your thinking caps on. Why are the feds involved? What else is going to happen? There's going to be more coming. Don't doubt it. Remember, America needs a reversion. It needs you to be a part of it. It needs me to be a part of it. It needs all of us to be a part of it, or else it will simply go down the drain with no chance of getting it back. You all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.